Ladies and gentlemen, the January transfer window, our first opportunity in this save to improve and buy some players that can either bulk up the squad or make us better. We don't have much money available to us, about 30 odd million pounds, 32 I believe, 34. So we've got to make that stretch. So we're really actually going to look more for quantity than out and out quality. I think we might try and buy, say, 4 £8 million rated players than 2 £16 million players, because, well, we've got a lot of players that are injured. We've got a lot of players that aren't our own, that really we shouldn't really prioritise. We want to prioritise our own players if we can, and quite frankly there's not much in way of options here for me, if I'm completely honest. So if I go to my emails, which, there we go, you can see that Bro has been recalled by Chelsea, which is fine. We didn't really use him anyway. Irobanum's gone out on loan to West Ham. A youngster has gone out on loan as well. Chimitti's gone on loan to Chelsea. Armstrong's gone out on loan to Coventry, who actually we have today in the FA Cup. We've also seen Dixon and Carey go out on loan as well. So the youngsters are going, and hopefully will be growing, which leaves us some room in the squad to bring some new bodies in. Now, almost every name on this shortlist is from you guys in the chat, in the comment section. So we're going to look to get some wide midfielders in. We're going to look to get some fullbacks in. And then if there's any money left, we'll try and do something else. Trips has gone to Atalanta, so he's a no can do at this moment in time, I'm afraid. But we are looking, like I say, for more quantity than quality. We're looking mainly for those cheap players about the 75, 76 rated area that we can really actually utilise quite well. Like Ainsley Maitland-Niles. That is one hell of a squad player that we could pick up from Lyon. He's certainly one of the front runners on the shortlist. We're also looking to maybe loan, if possible, Fresneda. Oh, this would save us some money as well. Fresneda, I'll go loan to buy. 2-year loan. It'd be a dream if we could 2-year loan as well, with a potential loan to buy with a cheap loan fee. Transfer sum of 9.9 million on a 2-year loan. Yes, mate. Please say no, Ivan. Oh, sorry, no. No, hang on, no, wait. Please say yes, Ivan. Please say yes. I nearly shot myself in the foot there. Right, if that gets done, we are loving that. We were also looking at potentially bringing in a winger as well. Now, Rooney Barty is someone we could buy. Oscar Bob is someone we could loan. Now, Bob is better, but Rooney Barty is probably someone we would buy and have our own and grow. So I'm not sure what to do in that particular position at this moment in time. I do need numbers, so I could buy Barty and loan Bob. Mengi's a player I'm very keen on for the summer at centre-back. He might be someone we maybe look to if we've got any money left. Ben Seguir is someone we could also potentially try and prioritise. He's not that expensive at Monaco, although 10.5 is on the upper reaches of where we could probably stretch. So I think I'm going to get Maitland-Niles in as well. And I don't think he's going to cost us much at all, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. If I offer 6.5, they might just be open to letting me have him. I don't know how regularly he plays for Lyon. Oh, you beauty! Ainsley Maitland-Niles for £6.5 million would be an absolute dream. He's on about 30 odd thousand pounds a week at the minute in France. Would be an important squad. I mean, he would, but yeah, I was going to say, if I can get him to sign rotation, then that would be better, just for morale. I'll go for a 3-year deal. Have him till he's 30. And then we might be able to get a bit of growth out of him. £28,000 plus those bonuses. I'm quite happy with that. We're not tracking finances in this save. That's for the realistic RTG later down the line. Well, signing 1 is in and through the door. Signing 2 is on the way. And this would offer great squad depth in all of the positions that we're lacking in at the moment. Now then, what's to do at winger is the question. think maybe Bargy is a player for a couple of seasons' time. I'm going to try and loan Oscar Bob, I think. It's probably a player that is going to do more for us in the moment than Rooney Bargy can. He's going to make more of an impact. So pay 25% of his wages. They'd like me to pay 50% of his wages, 25 grandish. They'd like me to pay 60. I'm fine with that. A loan bid for Bob and a loan bid for Fresneda would be pretty good for us, really. That would leave us enough money to do something decent elsewhere, actually. We don't really have much alternative at striker now because Beto's not great. And now we're playing 4-4-2. I can throw Doucouré up there, but I wonder whether we should maybe bring in a striker as well on a short-term loan with a view to doing something more permanent in the summer. Put Maitland-Niles at right back for now. Fresneda would be our backup for the whole defensive line with that loan bid. I think we'll go and play Bournemouth, or sim Bournemouth as it happens, as they're bottom of the table. And hopefully, this could be Fresneda coming in. It is, you know. Good. Right, the squad is bulking out in quality in defence. Ivan Fresneda is in for 2 years on loan, which we can make full permanent at any point for 9.9 million, which is a bargain, mate. Let's quickly sim this one then against Bournemouth. We should get a comfortable win here. Ah, screw you! Bottom of the table, done dick all season. Of course, they beat us. Sick. Nice one. Cool. Well, I was contemplating simming the FA Cup game against Coventry as well, but having lost that game against Bournemouth, I don't know whether I can trust my players to go and beat Coventry, so I'm probably going to end up having to play that one now. Oscar Bob is also in on loan, though, so the squad bulks out yet further still, and fingers crossed, we've got enough money to make, well, what, 2 more decent signings? 25 mil. I can spend about 12 million per player. We've got bids. Lille have bid 11.5 mil for James Tarkowski. Now, he's 80 rated. And he's our captain. 11.5 mil isn't really enough to adequately replace him. So I am going to say, I did contemplate that for a moment there, but I will say no for now. Confirmation, Oscar Bob in on loan. Contemplating trying to find a striker to loan in the short term, just to add a bit of depth to that position. Now, someone that's kind of about Beto's rating or about Beto's level of quality that's just better in game, whilst obviously we have other youngsters out on loan ourselves, like Chimiti, but can't really seem to find anyone that kind of fits the bill. Someone like Matthijs Tel would stand out, but anyone that you think would be pretty good isn't actually available. I'm kind of annoyed that there's a bid for Angel Gomez because I was really quite keen on him for next season. Now, transfer bid for Michael Keane might come in handy. I'd be very happy to sell Michael Keane and then buy Ted Mengi. That would absolutely be something I'd be open to doing this window. I'll just accept that 3.5, to be honest. And if Michael Keane goes, then we will try and get Mengi in from Luton. That would be an improvement in the centre-back role. Ted Mengi and Aidan O'Brien as backups will be very, very good for that particular position. So we're back to the 4-4-2 now, as per the last episode. Fresneda will start on the right-hand side. Well, I'm going to play the game against Coventry because, quite frankly, I'd like to go as far in the FA Cup as we possibly can. We seem to be comfortably mid-table, so why not make a bit of a concerted effort to actually go for a trophy? Coventry with a 4-2-3-1. They've got Mahaji right up top rather than former Everton man Ellis Sims, who's on the bench. Van Ewijk right back is going to be very good as well, but we have started basically our full-strength Premier League side here, so we're very much wanting to win this. And if we can, win it well. Raphael. Oh, nutmegs. Jack Harrison there. Jesus! Hadji, right. How's your shot power, lads? Bloody hell. That was moving. That had Pickford all kinds of worried. And me too. Lovely take by Jesper Lindstrom here. Just need to hold off Milan van Ewijk, which he's doing well. And deliver a ball, which Ndiaye could maybe try and nod towards goal. Mangla's not quite going to get to that in time. They do like to fire it up to Hadji Wright quickly and then try and get people forward in support, which has now happened here with Sakamoto out wide. They're not bad, Coventry. They're one of the better sides in the Championship as well that would be part of the promotion picture in that division. Certainly hoping for a playoff spot, at least, Coventry. But we should have the quality to see them off here. We're building relatively well thus far. I just haven't yet had that proper goal-scoring chance that you'd say we really should have scored. Win this. Down. Shot. Blocked well. Gimme. Ollie and Jared. Branthwaite's been slightly quiet of late. I don't know why. Maybe because we've had bloody Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool, but Jesper Lindstrom will deliver. Did that hit a hand? It did. Referee's going to give us a free kick. I could go for goal here with Jimmy Garner. I won't. We will chip it and chip it towards the men at the back post. Chip, chip. Up we go, please. All right. Good. That was worth it then. Good touch. Drill it. Jack Harrison works the space really well and then overruns it. Well in. Garner. Ndiaye. Harrison. Little back heel. Mangala's pushed forward. Lay that in front of Jimmy Garner. Garner. Calvert-Lewin. Goal! We finally made the breakthrough. It's taken a while in coming, but it has arrived. Sakamoto. Good footwork from Hadji Wright. His shot power is really quite impressive. Josh Eccles with the corner for the Sky Blues. And a decent header as well. We might be in front, but the game is not won yet. I asked Mikolenko to make the run, and he has elected to not bloody do it. Round the corner. Now then. Second goal maybe. Man at the back post. Harrison's there. I think there was a defender that headed it over. He did. We really shouldn't have the chance to take this corner with the time in the game as it is. And basically, nothing's going to come of it anyway. Or is it? Nearly. Still only one. Not the obvious, but fair play. Just lift this from Manga looking for Ndiaye. Well done, Dom. I tell you what, if he stopped hitting the bar, he'd have twice as many goals this season, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Ndiaye. Oh, take a corner then? We'll take a corner then. He's come off for Beto now, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oscar Bob delivers the corner. Beto's ended up on the floor in a heap. I do want a much better striker, but I want to actually spend a decent amount of money on them. And at the minute, I don't have anyone I could spend. I don't have enough money to buy the calibre of player I would like. James Garner with a free kick from definitely goal-scoring range. I put more power on that one than I did the last free kick from that sort of range. And it went lower. Mikolenko, space here for Ndiaye. Bend it, lad. He's bent it wide. Ndiaye in that little pocket. Couldn't get it to him, though. It's fine. Garner out wide. Oscar Bob. Oh, nutmegs the man. Oscar Bob's having a hell of an impact here. I've got to go solo. Oscar Bob! Wide. On that back. Mikolenko. And that'll be game. I'll dink this for Beto. Flick it around the corner. He's not gotten enough on it. We're going to win. We are comfortably through. The scoreline doesn't necessarily show that, but that was a very one-sided game of football. Second half was just pure dominance, so we could have added a third or a fourth, really. In the end, just the one. Thank you, Dominic, for that early goal. We're through to the next round of the FA Cup. Aston Villa on the way, as well as Tottenham. Not straightforward games, but fingers crossed we can bring in another couple of faces in the meantime and give Aston Villa a bit of a loan. A bit of a loan. A bit of a... See, how can we lose to Bournemouth, but we can beat Aston Villa? Calvert-Lewin and Michael Keane with the goals. Leon Bailey got one back for Villa, but we get 3 points. I don't understand quick sims. Michael Keane is leaving. Just played his last game for the club. Victorious against the Villains. And now he's on his way to the Netherlands. That has freed up the money to... you were approached by Fulham. You are welcome to go to Fulham, sir. I was trying to sell him, if I'm honest, but no one's seemingly wanting to buy him. Glad you decided to put me up for sale. Yeah, no, I know. Okay, well, if he's gone, Keane is gone, then that means, I presume that's just a, free transfer. They've approached him for free. So, I'm going to go and get Ted Mengi then, from Luton, on a bit of the cheap. 74 rated, 22 years of age, 7 million valued at. Asking price is 9.8, but we can definitely get him for less than that, I'm sure. We've got £28 million available. I'll bid valuation. Luton in the Championship aren't really in too much of a position to argue, really, with us in the Premier League, and they've accepted a bid at valuation. So Mengi will come in and offer great rotational options for us. A 5-year deal as well is superb. Mengi, O'Brien, Tarkovsky and Branthwaite is absolutely banging. They are 4 really solid centre-back options. We are getting better, chat. We are getting better. Player by player, position by position, we are improving. Right, Spurs at home is obviously a game that we're not expecting to do much in either. Calvert-Lewin and Ndiaye are both knackered, so we'll throw Beto and Doucouré into the starting lineup for this one. Doucouré in that false 9 should be comfortably able to play that role. This one we very much expect. I don't get simmed games. I just don't understand them. Everton 2, Tottenham 1. Branthwaite and Beto. You ever just question everything you think you know? Because I am. Idrissa Gana Gueye has signed a pre-contract agreement with Fulham. He will leave us at the end of the season. That is absolutely fine. Not bothered by that whatsoever. Would have preferred to sell him, but it is what it is. Now, Doucouré is a player that I think, for that sort of money, is not worth selling. Because of the physicality, I'm going to keep Doucouré at the club, at least for another season, I think, for depth in that role. I'm quite happy for Doucouré to stay. I'm effectively waiting until later in the window now, because teams are a bit more open to loan deals in the latter stages of a window. And we're looking to loan in a striker and or a centre mid. What is going through the Stuttgart team's mind? Their recruitment team think, you know what? We'll look to loan their best striker for 6 months. What? And, well, £25.4 million for Jordan Pickford from Aston Villa. But with Emi Martinez as their number 1, Pickers would not get any first-team football there. And I don't think, really, he'd want the move. So we will keep him. We'll go and play Brighton now. But I think what we'll do is I'm going to throw Oscar Bob into the starting lineup because he impressed when he came off the bench last time around. And we'll throw Mengi into the starting lineup as well to see what he's all about too. Brighton in a 4-2-3-1. Danger men, as per usual, will be players like Mitoma out on the wing. Matt O'Reilly in the midfield will be quite the dictator of play. Ruter and João Pedro through the middle will be taxing to play against as well. A side that threaten to do so much at times, Brighton. But this season in real life, they haven't been, oh dear, as good as we know that they can be. Hopefully that's replicated here in game as well. Branthwaite. Garner was calling for it. He'll have it. Calvert-Lewin, hold up in the rain. Good. Deliver the ball. Corner ball. We'll take it. We'll take it. Set piece could be a decent opportunity for us. Jack Harrison will deliver. Get there ahead of your man, Dom. 2 attempts. Goalkeeper and defenders in the way. Combining nicely. Try Calvert-Lewin again. Oh, and this time it does go in. Down into the ground, replicates the effort. Does the old Wayne Rooney knockout blow. Hopefully it is a knockout blow for Brighton. And that'll be 3 points for us. Thanks, Igor. He's going to have the strength to get back at me here. Oh, the referee is very adamant. And a yellow. I thought for a minute Igor was going to give the ball away, then concede the penalty, then get sent off. But no, double jeopardy presumably means that... I don't even know whether the double jeopardy rule is still a thing. Dominic Calvert-Lewin from the spot to make it 2 for him and for us. Which he duly does. We have a double advantage. Igor, that's all on you, mate. Oh! Bullseye, pal. Nikolenko. DCL quickly out wide to Oscar Bob. And Ndiaye's in there and could be free at the back post. Iliman Ndiaye! At the second attempt, makes it 3. Brighton are crumbling. He's delighted with that. I mean, let's be honest. He should have put the first one away. He's kicked it straight at the keeper. But at least he's been able to get himself there for the rebound. And tuck it home. Oscar Bob with an assist on full debut. Drill it. As he touched Oscar. Let's be honest. Tariq Lamptey's probably going to deal with the pace, isn't he? Oh, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What a diving header that was! Off the outside the post. Oscar Bob's delivery is really good. Even though he's only 73 rated, Oscar Bob, his stats are actually pretty good. He's obviously got the pace. And then 80 ball control, 80 short passing, 81 dribbling. They're all very good for a 73 rated player. His crossing's only 60, but he's got 1 assist today from a cross. And... very nearly a second there as well. Ruterov. Another goal from a corner. Well, that's a bit deeper than anticipated. Maitland-Niles deflected. Corner ball. Bobbled up quite nicely for him, actually. Doucouré, for some reason, is on the corner this time. I mean, Maitland-Niles is on the floor. Oh, don't. Don't. I meant Dominic Calvert-Lewin, not Maitland-Niles. I had Maitland-Niles on the mind. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has gone down there and stayed down. Don't tell me we've figured out how to regularly get goals out of him properly at last. And now we're going to lose him to injury. He's back on his feet. We've won it back. Look for Doucouré. Can you get the better of Igor here? No. I think he's broken. How broken, though? We will find out. 4 weeks. It's manageable. It's not great, but it's manageable. 4 weeks. We are going to try and still get another striker in if we can on loan. It's just finding the right person and a club that will actually accept a bloody bid. But Beto's going to have to go into the starting lineup in the short term because Dominic Calvert-Lewin's legs don't work. Oh, they are open to a Dani Ceballos loan. That'll be lovely. Short term, please. Dani Ceballos would be a... oof. Hefty wages, but Dani Ceballos would be a pretty decent option as a kind of creative central midfielder who can put a foot in as well. And how many play styles do you want, pal? Intercept, technical, flair, whipped pass, long ball pass, jockey. That's going to be a decent loan signing. That is the central midfield fleshed out nicely. They might let me have Gift Orban on loan. Hello. Basic terms, please. Just on the short. 60-40. I'm all right with that. £18,000 a week. That might be decent. That might be decent. Can play in false 9 as well, which would be good. Which is the role that... or false 9 plus. Which is the role that Ndiaye plays. Chat has just mentioned Angel Correa that sometimes goes out on loan as well, but I'm not sure how much I can justify Angel Correa, really, at Everton. 82 rated. He is exceptional. Maybe we'll look for Angel Correa in the summer. I think Gift Orban will do the role that we're looking for at this particular moment in time. Power shot and first touch play styles. First touch will come in handy. All right, I'm actually really quite happy with the business we've done. None of it is obviously spectacular at all, but it's improving the squad and sets us up nicely with good foundations to then bring in the proper quality next season. Dani Ceballos walks through the door. He's in from Real Madrid for 6 months. Thank you, Carlo, throwing us a bone to your former club. And Gift Orban has also said yes. Lovely. That didn't take long at all. 2 really capable loan players there. Nice. We have arrived at deadline day. Konate's rumoured to be coming from Salzburg to Wolves. Enciso might be leaving the Premier League entirely to go to LA Galaxy, apparently. And Joshua Vanneman might be arriving at Ipswich. Biggest deals on deadline day so far is Adu for 12.5 million, but I imagine there's going to be some bigger ones than that. And immediately there are 3. Callum Wilson to Chelsea for 19.4 is an interesting one. Gerard Moreno, Atalanta 30.9. Palazon, Vallecano to Lille. More loans going through on deadline day. Odegaard on loan to Celta Vigo is an intrigue one. Niklas Süle from Dortmund to Newcastle's gone through on deadline day as well. I feel like Niklas Süle was rumoured earlier in the window. Rafinha to Arsenal would be a good one. Robert Reynan to Manchester United. I have no idea who Robert Reynan is at all. There you go. Noni Madueke has left Chelsea to go to Monaco. That is a surprise because he was starting for Chelsea and was very good for them too. Ritsu Douan has moved to Bologna from Freiburg and Vanneman has come to Ipswich for £10.7 million. Santiago Jimenez from Feyenoord to Tottenham for 42.6. Tottenham have sold Heung-min Son, by the way, to Paris Saint-Germain. They did that in November. Mikel Oyarzabal has joined West Ham from Real Sociedad, so another striking signing in the Premier League to London. Oh, Dortmund to Reading, Ening. I don't know anything about here. Anderson Talisca to Napoli for £25 million is a decent-sized deal at this stage. Yunus Musa to Marseille. If I'd have known Yunus Musa was available on loan, I might have tried to sign him. Will Orban has moved to Liverpool, as well as Gift Orban to us. I might have gone for Yunus Musa over Dani Ceballos, actually. Jonathan David has moved. The infamous Canadian Basque player going to Athletic Club de Bilbao. Not sure about that. Well, let's give you a full transfer window roundup then, shall we? Transfer history in this season then. Obviously, we didn't have a summer window. Oh. We didn't see that one go through, did we? Nico Williams from Bilbao to Spurs for £105.6 million. 86 rated Nico Williams already. Not sure what he starts at on FC25, but wow. Balde to Juventus. Ollie Watkins has gone to Barcelona. Hello. That's Villa significantly weakened. Maybe that's why we were able to get the result against them earlier on today. David we saw. Martinez to Bayern. Martinelli to Liverpool, and that really is a shock. Gabriel Martinelli moves within the Premier League. That, I don't think, is something you'll see in real life. Heung-min Son to Paris Saint-Germain. Emi Martinez has gone to AC Milan. Well, maybe, in hindsight, we should have considered selling Jordan Pickford to Villa then. And that, again, might be a reason why we were able to get the result over Villa earlier today with the simmer. Didn't realise Emi Martinez had gone. 87 rated Emi Martinez. Johan Bakayoko to Real Madrid, £40.1 million. Goretzka, Antonio Silva, Matthijs Tel. Well, we tried to loan him. Bayern said no. They've sold him instead to Manchester United for £36 million. Hugo Duro is a player on my shortlist. He's gone to Brentford for 35.8. Andreas Christensen presumably is replacing Niklas Süle, who's left. Ousmane Diomande Centre-back, 79 rated, goes to Manchester United. Both of the Williams brothers are moving. Iñaki is going to Sporting. Paqueta to Real Madrid. Patrick Schick. David Hansko's come to West Ham. Richarlison's gone to Wolfsburg. Kevin Danso. Noni Madueke we saw. Oscar Glauch to Bayern. Gibbs White to Napoli. That's a big one in terms of a step up. Forest to Napoli. I say Gaia, Malik Tior. Guiri, Mauro Icardi's back to a decent league in La Liga with Villarreal. Still 83 rated, Mauro Icardi. He probably can't move much, but still apparently a decent player. I'm annoyed about Angel Gomez. He was going to be one of my go-tos for midfield next year, and we're going to have to rethink that now. Sko Olsen to Wolves for 24.9. He was someone that was recommended a little bit in comment sections. Willie Orban to Liverpool as well. Now we're into some of these smaller deals at this stage. Rodrigo Bentancur has left 82. He could have been a good option for us in the summer, but £22 million to Fenerbahce. Matty Cash has gone to Leipzig. Evan Ferguson to Arsenal. Some really, really strange deals going through there. For those of you that are on the Patreon, nobody's moved at this stage, but some of you are growing. So by all means, feel free to pause it at any point to see what your stats look like. And of course, if you want to see all of your individual statistics, then come across and join me on stream and we can show you. But a lot of you growing quite nicely in this first season so far. Started in the late 50s, early 60s and progressing into the early 60s, mid 60s. As you can see, Brandon is 67 rated in goal, and Pat Kelly 67 as well at Shamrock Rovers. Nobody's moved yet. Everybody started at a club or was a free agent. And obviously those that started at a club couldn't move in the summer because it was the window was disabled, and they haven't moved in January either. But I anticipate quite a few moves in the summer window of Season 2. Dwight McNeil is apparently back from injury and available for selection. No, he's just back from injury and in training, but he's not available for selection yet. But that will be a boost as well. Okay, so with Orban, Fresneda, Maitland-Niles, Mengi, Ceballos and Bob, that's 6 signings in the window. All of which, I think, improve the squad and are relatively realistic in terms of the calibre of player that we've brought in. I'm quite pleased with that. Next season, we'll look to take that step on and maybe move into more of the realms of unrealistic options as we try and take the Everton side to the next level. But it depends how much money we've got and how much money we're given by the board. There's 18 million left from this year. So that added to what we had this year would give us up to nearly 60 million. So you hope that that's the sort of figure we'll be given next year. And the higher we can finish in the league, the better we'll get, the more prize money we'll get. And we're 10th at the moment. So with 15 games to go in this Premier League season, we find ourselves 10 points outside the top 7. Don't get carried away. We're only 9 points above 15th. Relegation zone currently, Bournemouth, Leicester, Ipswich, all on 14 points at this particular moment in time. We look safe from relegation. Let's make a proper effort to try and win the FA Cup this year. We've got QPR in the next round, which will come in the next episode. I don't understand. Like, Bournemouth, we lost 1-0 to, so I was like, I'm not going to sim anymore. And then we beat Villa and Spurs. So I'll probably play QPR and then play Man United, or maybe sim Man United, and play Palace and Brentford, play the away games, sim the home games in the league. Christ knows at this stage, there's no rhyme or reason to any of it. All we know is we've had a decent window, I think. We've spent well without spending big. And that was quite important. Some good loan deals in there as well. That's all for this episode, though. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.